Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on the offense?
Quarterback will audible. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to fire deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Bama. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out in the end zone was not a good one. The Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Taking a shot on the first play. It's caught. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
And the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are...
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Going for 6. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
On the move, it's Haynes. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Going with the ground game left. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. It's Haynes. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. Brown will throw it. Makes his connection. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Haynes. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
And it's picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Butler. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Brown wants to pass. Getting some heat. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. On first down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
On the run, it's Haynes. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
On the move at the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Odom. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
He's got it. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
They'll leave it with him. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to pass, it's Mack. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
That quarterback's in zone coverage. They have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Brown will throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Bringing it back, it's Hale. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. It's complete to the left. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Brown wants to pass. He wants to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Was to pass. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. A short kick, but that angle from the right can be a little tricky. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
Well, you're always going to wonder what would have, could have, should have happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Alabama. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here come the horns. They got it again on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Got his hand downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Brown will throw it. Sweet cut there. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Wilson on the carry. Able to get one down to the 15.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting.
Looking for the end zone, and he won't find it. The sack, and the lead remains at 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Brown wants to pass. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the 1st down marker is. Got to get a big game. Got to get that 1st down. Nice job. Great nose for the 1st down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. You get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Back to throw, it's Mack. unloads to the wideout. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Good, right down the boulevard. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hale. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Using the quick game. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They want to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down, and much more. Really good execution by this offense. New set of downs after that completion.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back as soon as he can.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Quarterback checking the play. On second down, they'll take to the air. The sure hands, it's Hale. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Alabama quickly back to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown tie! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Getting aggressive here and going for two. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. The two-point try is good, and we are tied here in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Texas offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking for space, it's Gibson. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He's got an open man. Running toward the tape. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth-quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock. Touchdown, Texas! They move on top here in the fourth.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. It's a one-possession game in the fourth. Quarterback checking off. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Leaves it with the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's Mack. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bama! And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Now on second down. Brown will throw it, trying to get to him. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Extending the play. Quarterback gets past the marker. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. He's going to pass on second down. Push down for the tackle. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to pass. It's Mack. They're bringing heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Looking to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've got a quarterback, David. Just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? You can't take a sack. You're going to have to buy time, and you're going to have to make some incredible throws.
Buy some time and show off the...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Pocket starts to collapse. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They're trying to get to him. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Feeling some heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were.